Hey everybody, welcome back to SFF180. It is Monday, March the 9th, 2015, and it is time for the mailbag. But first, I want to throw out massive amounts of group hugs and love and thank yous to everybody out there who stepped up and really promoted the channel this week on social media. The giveaway, the 1,000 subs giveaway, so many viewers and especially so many of my fellow booktubers, good friends that I've met here since I started the channel, really went out of their way to tweet and on Google Plus and whatever and bring some new folks in, a whole bunch of new subs. And in case you missed it, yes, it was Saturday night in the wee hours of the morning, Sunday morning, when the channel finally crossed that 1,000 subs threshold, which means that the giveaway is now open. Several people have already gone over to that video where the comments are now enabled and have left their choices. They've entered the giveaway. I'm going to put the link to it right here so that you can do that, but after we watch the mailbag. But one more time, I can't say this enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. I really couldn't have done this without you. And to my fellow booktubers, you know where to find me when it's time to repay the favor. All right, let's get in the mailbag. We have about a half a dozen really nice looking packages this week. So without further ado, let's see what's in them. Okay, this first one comes to me from overseas, and this is one of those where I actually already know what's in it because I sent a request email out to Tor UK. Because sometimes what happens is that most books that are released in the UK also get a US release, but occasionally there are titles over there that do not get announced for US publication, and yet they look really intriguing, and I want to read them and share them, and so they very graciously sent these. And the first of these is a new book by a guy named Adrian Tchaikovsky. Now, Tchaikovsky just came off of a long-running series, I think 10 volumes, called Shadows of the Apt. Wasn't really a big hit over here in the States, but in the UK and Europe, I think it was much better received. This is looks to be a flintlock fantasy. It's a standalone. It came out in the UK on the 12th of February, and it says, let's see, Denland and Lascan have been allies for generations, but now the Denlanders have assassinated their king, overthrown the monarchy, and marched on their northern neighbor. At the border, war rages. Lascan's brave redcoats against the revolutionaries of Denland. Emily Marshwick has watched the war take her brother-in-law and now her young brother. Then comes the call for more soldiers to a land already drained of husbands, fathers, and sons. Every household must give up one woman to the army, and Emily has no choice but to join the ranks of young women marching to the front. And it goes on to say, in the midst of warfare with just enough training to hold a musket, Emily comes face to face with the reality, the senseless slaughter, the weary cynicism of the Survivors Club, the swamp's own natives hiding from the conflict. As the war worsens and Emily begins to have doubts about the justice of Lascan's cause, she finds herself in a position where her choices will make or destroy both her own future and that of her nation. Here we are, Guns of the Dawn, out right now, from Adrian Tchaikovsky. Let me know in the comments. All right, and this next book was one that really intrigued me when I read about it online. There's a sell sheet here, but it doesn't really say anything about it. But as you see, the title is The Invisible Library. The author is Genevieve Cogman. And, well, I'll just have to read off the back here. Irene is a professional spy for the mysterious library, which harvests fiction from different realities. And along with her enigmatic assistant Kai, she's posted to an alternative London. Their mission, to retrieve a dangerous book, but when they arrive, it's already been stolen. London's underground factions seem prepared to fight to the very death to find her book. Adding to the jeopardy, this world is chaos-infested, the laws of nature bent to allow supernatural creatures and unpredictable magic. Irene's new assistant is also hiding secrets of his own, and soon, she's up to her eyebrows in a heady mix of danger, clues, and secret societies, yet failure is not an option. The nature of reality is itself at stake. Okay, if unless I'm much mistaken, that massive clicking sound I hear is everybody rushing over to Amazon UK to mass order this thing. Doesn't that sound cool? I think it sounds like a terrific idea. I love this idea of a library, this sort of cross-dimensional, multi-universe library of stories. So I'm quite eager to read this. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you'd like for me to add this to my review queue. Something from Macmillan. Okay, this looks kind of exciting. It's the arc of a new book coming out in July from Tor. It's called Dark Orbit. The author is Carolyn Ives Gilman. And yeah, I just seen something about this on SF Signal. It looked intriguing to me. All right, it's a compelling novel featuring alien contact, mystery, and murder. Reports of a strange new habitable planet have reached the 20 planets of human civilization. When a team of scientists is assembled to investigate this world, exoethnologist Sarah Calicott is recruited to keep an eye on an unstable crewmate. Thora was once a member of the interplanetary elite, but since her prophetic delusions helped mobilize a revolt, she's been banished to the farthest reaches of space. Upon arrival, the team finds an extraordinary crystalline planet laden with dark matter. Then a crew member is murdered, and Thora mysteriously disappears. Thought to be uninhabited, the planet is in fact home to a blind sentient species whose members navigate their world with a bizarre vocabulary and extrasensory perceptions. Lost in the deep crevasses of the planet, Thora must battle her demons and learn to comprehend the native inhabitants in order to find her crewmates and warn them of an impending danger. But her most difficult task may be persuading the crew that some powers lie beyond the boundaries of science. Okay, well, intriguing. Dark Orbit, Carolyn Ives Gilman, on sale July 14th from Tor. Let me know. Ooh, Simon & Schuster package. And this is the first review copy I've got from the new Saga SF imprint from Simon & Schuster. Very excited to see this. It's a book called Persona. The author is, we have another Genevieve Valentine. Of course, most of you know her. Yeah, the acclaimed author of Mécanique, A Tale of the Circus Tresalti, and The Girls at the Kingfisher Club. This is out tomorrow, March the 10th. Persona, the tale of one incredible woman on the run for her life and the future of her country in a world where facade is the only truth people believe. Okay, Valentine's love of language and character are on full display in her tale of Suyana Supaki, the face of the United Amazonia Rainforest Confederation, at the International Assembly, and not a very good face at that. Suyana's public image is tarnished due to a scandal in her country, and her inability to charm the cameras only further inhibits her diplomatic abilities. So why would a C-lister ambassador be the target of an assassination attempt? Daniel Park, a teen runaway turned paparazzo looking for a big story, witnesses a shot, hits Suyana, and instinctively goes to help her. While he tells himself he's in it for the story, Daniel goes on the run with Suyana. Traveling with a partner she can't trust, Suyana races to save her life and her country. The Assembly declares her persona non grata, but Suyana is willing to risk it all in the fight to keep her diplomatic ties alive for the future of her home. Okay, so, well, this is all about just, how the media constructs personalities around you and how they can sort of build you up and tear you down in an instant, looks like. All mixed with, a heady dose of a political intrigue. So, Persona, out tomorrow from Saga SF by Genevieve Valentine. Let me know in the comments. Pretty solid batch this week so far, I have to say, gang. Let's see what's in this big one. Random House, stop sending me Shadow Scale. I have like 4 now. I love you. Beautiful book. Don't need any more. Trust me. It's all good. You know something? I might have to give away 2 Shadow Scales to winners in the contest. That's it. As of now, I will be giving away 2 copies of Shadow Scale to 2 potential. So now it's 4 books plus 5 winners. It's just how it is. What else am I going to do with these? Okay, and next up is the final hardcover copy of a book that I have already gotten from Del Rey as an ARC. The author is Alan Smale. It's his debut novel, Clash of Eagles. And I do have this in my queue already because it comes out the 17th. I'm going to try to review it in a fairly timely fashion. The year is 1218 AD, it says. The Roman Empire never fell in this alternate history. North America has just been discovered by a Roman legion transported by Norse longships. After crossing the Great Ocean, they enter a seemingly endless wilderness, only to face a cataclysmic clash of warriors, worlds, and cultures. Ever hungry for land and gold, the Emperor has sent Praetor Gaius Marcellinus and the 33rd Roman Legion into the newly discovered lands of North America. Marcellinus and his men expect easy victory over the native inhabitants, but on the shores of a vast river, the Legion clashes with a unique civilization, armed with weapons and strategies no Roman has ever imagined. Yeah, Clash of Eagles by Alan Smale. Let me know in the comments what you think. Last envelope, this time, comes from Penguin Random House. Okay, interesting. This is the first time I've ever been sent anything by this author and in this series. This is the paperback version of Robo Genesis by Daniel H. Wilson, and it is the 3rd in his series that started with Robopocalypse and then Amped. And so let's see. As you can tell, very super spiffy sell sheet here. It's all like a little movie poster, almost. All right, available in trade paperback March 17th, so that's week after next. Okay, this says it's the thrilling sequel to Robopocalypse, so I don't know if like Amped comes immediately after Robopocalypse or if it's just in the same future or what have you, but it says it's been 3 years since the global uprising of the world's robots, 3 long years in which ordinary people waged a guerrilla war, etc., etc. Don't want to give away spoilers for Robopocalypse, if you haven't yet read it, but it is here now, Robo Genesis in trade paperback on the 17th of March. And that's all we got in the mailbag this week. But you know, if I do say so, this was a pretty exciting bundle. I think lots of really intriguing titles. Yeah, light up those comments, let me know which of these intrigues you the most. As always, that's how it works here on the mailbag. Otherwise, head on over to the contest, enter. Thanks again for watching, and until I see you next time, happy reading.